Some Dragon Maid. Oh my god, the return. It is time. Once again, as always, and I hate that I have to continuously do it, but I apologize for the long break and delay that has led us to the point that we were at now. Life happens, things happen. I talk about it a little bit, and I guess I'll give like a quick wrap up, but I guess for a little bit more in detail, we talk about it during the video I did. I think it's titled Just Talking, that came out a little bit ago, and then why this one took even longer in comparison to say some of the seasonals and stuff we did in the previous video I did on Madoka Magica. I think that's like episode 6, so if you want to watch that, give that stuff a look. But quick little, I guess, TLDR on it. It's just simply, life gets in the way sometimes. You slow down, some other things become priority for a little bit, and then now we are back energized, ready to go on this. Things were delayed a little bit. Seasonals were a little bit smarter, in my opinion, to get out first before doing series that are a lot older, that'll probably have the same viewer base regardless of the time that you end up releasing it. So that's where we end up finding ourselves now. We are still only in season 1, so we're not in the same fear that possibly going to be in with Lane or Madoka or anything, where it's like, oh, when I finished it, do I want to do something else afterwards? Do I want to wait? Do I want to try and catch up on things? What is the plan going forward with that? But we got a lot to still watch within this series, so we're going to continue going throughout this. And I like the KyoAni spot anyway, so it's going to stay regardless. So I'm excited for us to jump back into some Dragon Maid. Left off with Elma being introduced, and her and Toru aren't on the greatest of terms when the two of them have an interesting relationship, I think to say. She's now working with Kobayashi and everything at her own place too, place of work that is. So how we're going to wrap her into the story continuously, I'm excited for. If I forget any little subtle kind of details and things on things, please just simply remind me and be nice about that. It's been a little bit, so if I can't remember it all, I do apologize. But I think like I got a pretty much good grasp, and a lot of the things that are happening within the show don't really seem to be things that are evolving like on a wide story scale and more on an episodic scale. And the wide story stuff is more development and stuff within characters, but they're not things that are too like complex that I feel like I'm like really going to be missing or misremembering. So I do think that we should be okay, but I am excited regardless. I hope you guys do enjoy. If you like it all, like and subscribe to Mass Me, feel free to stick around for the discussion. Let me comments with this episode of series ago on episode 9 of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Oh, we're gonna get a Kana-centric episode. My world, you mean? Ooh. Ooh. So we reverse the roles of what people would do to us. Alright, fun. Oh. The whole fam gets to come out. She might kill a couple people too. Oh. Let's go. No. Take it off. No. This is important to her. That's what I'm saying. I don't care. She what? I mean, she's not wrong. You're not the same. And I don't have one. So it's not the same. Aww. No, you are. Yeah. Are we gonna learn a little bit about her? Yeah. I mean, are you serious? Aww. So do you want to be just like that, or you want to be different? So they banished her. So everything she did was for the attention of them, just like a child.
みんなで頑張って優勝するのだって楽しいんだから。優勝。
才川がみんなで頑張るとかすごく嘘くさいんだけど。
うるさいわね。文句ある？
いや、文句はないけど信じられないっていうか。
It's not the same.
行きたくないの？
まあ行けたら行った方がいいかな。
I guess.
何よ。
そういうことで悩んでる小林さん。
Aw.
初めて見た。
そうかな。ああ、そうかも。
まあ行けるかどうかより行きたいかどうかじゃないかな。
行きたいかどうかね。
認識阻害。認識阻害かけて。
For what? Just go burn down her work. I will make this happen. Or she wants to firsthand see how busy that she actually is and understand that she's not just sitting around and how important she is to them.
Kobayashi. 運動会。小林君。
Aww.
大丈夫。クラスのみんなと一緒に頑張るのも楽しい。だから、小林はお仕事頑張る。
Aww. Poor Kana. She did the same thing with the supplies for the school.
様子を見てきたみたいなんです。
前にもあったな、こんな気持ち。あれだ。あの時の罪悪感。トール。
はい。
明日からもっと帰り遅くなる。
それって。
She's gonna work extra hard just so she can go. Ooh. Due to her super ability too. She'll be good at everything.
運動会行くつもり？行きたいって思った？
いや、行くべきだと思った。
You have to do it.
仕事手伝おっか。
What a guy. That's why I thought he was still here helping out just so that she could do that.
じゃあ今度の飲み会おごりね。
へいへい。
Do things for others. That's so sweet.
明日行くよ。ほんと。
ハデス倒した？
Yep.
倒した。
小林大好き。やれやれ。
How cute.
なんだもまだまだ子供ですね。しかし。
お客様そろそろ。
わかっている。今決める。
Life-altering decisions, please.
カンナです。
どれどれ？
She stands out in comparison to everyone.
気になっちゃうよね。リコ、
お嬢様。ルコアさんが来てますね。じゃあ足を結びましょう。
This is the best duo. I don't think. Okay.
できた。
This might not go well. This actually might be a complete disaster.
はい次の組。ほらさやかは順番。
Is she even gonna be able to focus on that to race? It's too overwhelming.
大丈夫さやかは。次頑張ろう。
No, they.
リコったら何やってるの？
Oh no. He has to accept it. You're not wrong. Ooh.
普通だ。
Well, that's a lot of shit. Good work.
いただきます。
Hmm.
トール様美味しい。どういたしまして。小林さんも。はい。
トール。
She's never gonna do it.
やっぱりか。
I wonder if she will at one point. I feel like she will, but Also, maybe not.
組み合わせが10通りもある中からたった一つを選ぶ
Is she still at the same place? Please tell me it's at least somewhere different.
いやそれでは
Please tell me it's at least somewhere different.
だがしかし
Okay.
お客様そろそろ
It's always the same combos, too. She an overthinker. I feel that, you know? I definitely feel that. Oh, I would hate this so much. If I had an entire class of people trying to do this, there would no way we would get more than like 2. 40? That's insane. The coordination's unreal. Did I win? Let's go! 61's absurd.
大したもんだ頑張れ
Like how they're flashing at least between it to let us see him too.
始め
This is a daily thing for him. He's used to it by now. Easy. They didn't even touch anyone.
お姉ちゃんやっぱりすごいね
Poor kid. Poor fucking kid.
1組2組
Pull out that strength, Kana. No.
そこまで勝者2組
成功はやった勝ったより一層の応援をお願いします
God, determined she looks. No way she loses this, right? I mean, maybe. Nice handoffs. Nice handoffs. No failure yet.
最高は頑張ってもちろんよ
I have to do it. Alright, I believe in you. I hope she falls all the way to the last and Kana just has like super speed. Oh my god. Oh my god. Never mind, she might just be super slow then. No! Go, keep it up. Believe. Come on, Kana. Come on, Kana. World-class display. No. Yes. Go, Kana. Look at that. Her face don't even change. She's been locked in since the start of the event. Let's go! Let's go! Now imagine if that was Toru running, though. We just know she... she would have won instantly. Okay, what the fuck was that for?
あのごめんなさい私のせいで才川があそこまで詰めてくれたから勝てた
You could have gave up there. You could have stopped. But you kept going and kept it close enough.
よく頑張ったね
うんクラスのみんなで頑張ったから優勝できた
Humble.
思いっきりできないのはちょっと不完全燃焼ですねそれでもいい
We still won, I mean.
小林今日は来てくれてありがとう
運動会に保護者で参加か変わったな私の生活いつの間にか変わったのかな私
Yeah, the moment you let a dragon into your life, everything changed.
もう一暴れしたい感じはあるですよねどうですかんな久しぶりに望むところ僕もまだだよいいですね3人でやりますか
Try and make it, please. Nice.
どれにすれ
Not
ばいい
again. Oh, please, just.
どれにすればいい
You're at
ど
home.
れにすれば
You're at home.
どれに
Are you not?
人間の生み出したものはなぜこうも私を悩ませる恐るべし
I'm with you. The choice was one hell of a. That episode was absolutely adorable. The thing I really love with the series, and I'm always reminded because I'd be taking way longer breaks than I need to instead of continuously watching these, is just the ability to tell a story within one episode, but make it like such a simplistic and I don't know what the other word I would use there is. Just a simplistic story, I guess we could say. Something that isn't too complex to it, and real might be the word I was looking for. It's something because like I can understand this at a complete different level too, and not in the sense of a sports festival, but in regards to I guess a variety of other things. Like growing up, especially too, with having events or things that are important to you and wanting those around you that you care for, and you really love to want to come and experience or at least witness and root you on and just be there for that experience with you. And whether they can or can't, how big of a difference it makes, especially when you know what it's like without them there, being able to have them there then makes it even more, right? Even more special, I think, which is a really important thing. And it's so excellently done with how they're able to convey that in just like single episodes and through subtle things too, right? We didn't have to go overly crazy with a lot of like internal dialogue about the importance it is for a parent to be there and be present within a child's life. All it takes is just the simple idea of maybe you don't realize it and somebody else just tells you like they view you in a really special light. They want you there. The struggle that Kana had to go through by telling Kobayashi it's okay if you don't come, just through the shaking of her hands, right? The gripping of her shirt that she was having, and Kobayashi's realization of that, and realizing how difficult that must be of her trying to relieve somebody of their I guess expectations almost of them, or just give up on that entirely, and instead of having to have this conversation or bring light to that, it's just the simple glance, it's just the simple notice, and being able to realize and pick up on things more so than anybody can, or without even the use of words. That's so important in these scenarios that allow Kobayashi to be who she is and allow her to just be the guardian that she needs to be in this situation. The choice of words that Kobayashi goes through, right? Not that I have to go and do this for her, but I should do this, right? This is something I should do. This is a must almost that I should have to do. It shouldn't be like a chore that I look at it as. It should be looked at as an opportunity that I'm grateful to have, but also as a thing that I'm essentially doing for this person because they'll look back and be happy and reflect on that. And it changes their life and it changes so much of it. We've talked about before in a variety of other series how important a single little action that you do for somebody, even if you don't know how important it is for them, can actually be. Right? We've talked about people in higher positions, celebrity-esque, you could even say, who might do a single thing that is a thing that's simple to them, right? And one of the examples I've always used is like you can like a comment on like a message on Twitter, right? You can like a tweet that somebody has or a reply or a comment that somebody leaves on Instagram, or you could do something, right? And the fact that you're taking time out of your day and doing that to this person who essentially like looks up to you or like is just a big fan of you could make their entire day, week, or month even, right? But and it'll be a memory that lasts and they'll look on for years. But for you, it's just another thing that you'll never think of again, right? But that taking that simple second or taking that minute or just taking that opportunity there can really alter and change that, right? It's a situation where kind of always remember, regardless of where their lives take them here, that Kobayashi took time out of her day and worked extra hard, even if like to get out of work here, something that she knows how hard she ended up having to work for so that she could attend this, right? To show how much that she appreciates or how much that she actually cares for this person. And all of that can be things that are important for her, especially right now in the immediate, but she'll look back and reflect on in the future. And it's not a memory or a thing that she's ever going to forget because it was something that is so like crucial and important to her. So her taking that time and doing something like this is such an important and special thing. And that's how it is in most kids' life, I would even say too, right? As the parent, you almost have this expectation placed upon you that you should essentially do these things for the best life given, right? And a lot of people, it's the same thing. You want to do things to make your child extremely happy, right? You want to do whatever it is that you can within reason, of course, and you don't want to do things that essentially lead to overspoiling or whatever it actually is that turn the child into full on like brat and everything, right? Like you want to, yeah, there's like levels to it, but certain memories and things like this, if sacrifices are had to be made, you typically would assume, or in a ideal scenario, have a parent that would go out of their way and do absolutely any and everything that they can for this right to come to life, which is exactly kind of as we end up getting. And I think that's such a wonderful thing that Kobayashi was almost able to really like pick up on and realize with how much her life has changed and where this has brought her and how important this could be to the life and growing up, and the importance just in general to Kana this will have, and how much that'll impact her. And I think it's so awesome. And it's the same thing too, she'll be able to look back. You know, this is like I'm comparing a dragon here, so things are a little different, but it's the same thing in the real world where like a parent's going to get older too, and they're going to see their kid grow right in front of them. So they're going to look back and reflect and wish that they had photos, and they wish that they had these memories and these things that they can recall in their head of all these important times. Do you want to look back and be like, I missed out on this opportunity because I had to work or something, you know, like, so you're going to maybe make those sacrifices and do everything you can. And I think it was just a really excellent display of doing a lot of subtleties that didn't really have to do a lot of explaining. And through also having that good supporting cast of people kind of around her that can put her on the right track anytime that she says something and make her realize something maybe that she hasn't, or that she's trying to actively like act like she doesn't realize, as a way to kind of protect her initial decision and stance on things. And the entire episode essentially comes down to that, with Sports Day being all it really is about. I love every scenario that gets brought up here to be things that she remembers to be like almost the reverse roles of running and chasing after these people, getting caught in like the ropes and everything. And it's things that have essentially happened. How the roles have flipped. It's now time for her to take it on and do it herself. Kobayashi can't come. Why does she look so tiny? She's holding her here. My parents never came. Why is it such a big deal? Well, that's the thing. You don't know how important it is. But also, maybe you can recall. And we didn't even get a memory of that because maybe it didn't bother her at all. But it could be an important thing where it's like, a lot of times, I mean, and I would hope that most people would strive for it, of being able to use the mistakes and the shortcomings almost of what their parents essentially did and the things that they wish had been altered within their own life, that when they grow up and end up having children of their own, they take those opportunities and they make right on the things that maybe their parents weren't able to do or didn't do for them. And it's the same thing here where they were busy, they always had this, and you just kind of grew and accepted it. Well, instead of just living as though that's the norm, maybe you should realize in the time, because I'm assuming she probably felt a certain way towards them, and maybe she can't channel that and can't fully remember. Maybe that's not the case though, you know, maybe she was just content and she fully understood and realized that and didn't think that of anything of it when she was a kid. So her entire like outcome or outlook on this is entirely different now. But I don't know. Usually I feel like it's a little different. But I respect it, you know, because she's able to, through this conversation with Tora, through the conversation she has at work and everything, be able to fully pick up on it and realize how important this is. Being able to now learn a little bit too, that kind of hasn't really had this parent or parental figure within her life, because her parents themselves really kind of didn't look after her in a certain way and expected really a lot out of her, which ultimately led to her with just wanting simple attention and to be looked after from these people, wanting to be treated a little different than she actually was, and ultimately led to all the mischief and everything that she got up to, which is now what we learn of why she was banished from this world. They talked about before how she did something that was really bad and of course have led to it, but I never really thought of the idea that she caused this, you know, her parents, they like essentially want her out too because of all the things that she was doing. You know, I thought that she was just a little prankster and messing around, but it's a little sad thing that she has to do that has unfortunately brought her to where they are here. Wow, she started to be nice. She's worried about friendship and teamwork. That's so funny. I'd like to go if I could, but I got all this other work and these things to do. It's more of a question if you want to go than if you can go. If you want to, you make it happen no matter what you do. And that's how it is on everything, you know? If you really wanted to do something, it's the same thing in relationships, whether romantic or friend, and just any scenarios, experiences, things like that. If you want them to happen, you will make the time and you will make that happen, right? You won't utilize those things as an excuse for why you can't. You will find the time, you will find a way to make that happen, regardless if it has to be at a stupid time, regardless if you have to maybe move things around or shift your own schedule around and stuff. If you really want to, you will make that effort. And she has to, unfortunately, learn it this sort of way, right? Let me go look at her. Let me make sure, right, that she just isn't fucking around. Well, yeah, I see. This is exactly what Kana did with the school thing, right? Realizes how hard she works and how much she was sacrificing for her and essentially felt really bad about it and didn't want to get more from her. We get that exactly here again. Realizes how hard that she has to work, how many people are coming around her, relying on her, how she's not just messing around and sitting there and doing absolutely nothing. Now you feel bad. You're like, I asked something of this person who is constantly busy and it was kind of unreasonable of me to do that. But as the child here, you feel bad, or as the person watching the child, I guess here, we almost feel bad for her because it's like, it's not her fault, right? This is happening and you're just trying to experience and live your best life. And now Kobayashi has to realize this and probably do everything in her power. She realizes how this makes her feel, the gripping of her shirt and everything, the struggle that she's having, the shaking, like how much it takes for her to walk up to her and actually tell her and relieve her of this and be like, I'm not expecting this out of you anymore. And that release of expectations almost is like the thing that hurts the most, I feel like, sometimes, which we end up having to fully realize here. The same guilt I essentially felt here as Toru was walking out from our lives before at one point too. So we make that extra effort. It's something that I should absolutely want to do and I should have to do. Let me stay there over late night, every night, work extremely hard and make sure that I can get this done so that we're able to actively be able to go here and do this. You want me to lend you a hand? What a guy. What a fucking guy. And it's a favor thing, right? I'll stay. I'll do this for you. Fuck it. I'll do whatever. Just pick me up next time. You know, if I need help, you got to help do this. If we go out one night, just pay for the tab. Just do something as like some sort of thank you for kind of doing this and we're good. But I can help you out in these times. It's not like you're coming to me every day and being like, I need help doing something, you know? And this is an important thing. You have a fucking kid in your life. Did you finally take him to that? That's really cute. These little jump cuts to Elma are really good of her just having like the choice between a couple different things and not knowing exactly which one to choose. The struggle that she goes into. When that happens to me, I always just pick the safest choice. But I'm with her on that because sometimes it's a fucking bitch and you can't decide between them. I love everyone just being here, rooting them on, and being able to see all the different activities that we get are really fun. The moments between this duo is great too. And then also the different cuts to Shoto being able to see him with Lukoa being here and everybody kind of observing, being like, damn, your sister's amazing, world class. Yeah, she's right. And overall, it's really sweet. And I love the way that they kind of set all this up. It's lighthearted, it's fun. We get another one of these gags in between. There's not much internal like stuff here that goes on that I really want to go into. The relay at the end is fun too, and I love being able to have us kind of in a position where you fail, and in this spot, even though we were ahead, you could have taken the opportunity and gave up entirely. You could have just quit there and been like, oh, we lost, but instead you regrouped as quick as you could, you got back to it, and you made up as much ground as possible, which ultimately allowed Kana to just get that win, just barely. Imagine if you took an extra second or two to be able to sit around and not do anything, she probably would have lost. And if she were to lose, then you look even worse, and things are even worse in a spot than they actually should have been. So the fact that you were able to regroup and make the most out of a bad situation is such a special thing, and we're able to get the win. Kana's able to get the praise. Everybody gets what they want. Is our class wins. Why she licks her, I don't know, but it's a reward. Good for her. And how sweet of us all to be together. And we debrief here, which is really sweet. Bet you wish you could have went all out. Yeah, it's all right. We got to work together. We all had fun. I played on even playing field essentially as them, and we still ended up getting our congratulatory gold, which is really sweet. Thank you very much for coming. And it's a thing, like, you shouldn't even have to thank her, but at the same time, you know how much she ended up giving up to be able to come here and how hard she worked for that for you, that of course you want to end up giving that. So Kana's growing up to be a great, wonderful girl, which is awesome. Lukoa being here, and we all have to go out of our way and make something. Look at this. You got to participate and do something too. A finale, a final choice. Why do you have three different, two of them are kids? Really sweet, really cute episode. I absolutely adored that. That was fantastic. I hope you guys liked as well. I'm a little fucking tired. I'm not gonna lie. It's first thing in the morning for me, and I am not all here. I probably, I don't know. I probably would have gotten a little more out of it if I wasn't. I'll be a little better at getting my schedule joined up a bit, but yesterday was a really rough day before I got to this, but we got to stay on a schedule now, and I'm prepped for it and I'm ready for it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. These will be once a week. I don't think I said that during the intro, but right now it's going to try and be once a week. If I do catch up at some point on some other things and I get us on a good enough schedule, or maybe I get a little bit ahead, I might adjust these to 2, but for the time being, we're going to do once a week, and they're probably going to be on Tuesdays. So hopefully you guys all look forward to that. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I pray to God I don't do something that makes me not be here for the next episode. So hopefully I am here for episode 10. If you guys liked it all, hit the like and subscribe. They do mean a lot to me. Feel free to check out their videos and channel. Make comments with this particular series. I'll be back for episode 10 very soon. It was a great one. Peace.